Welcome to Cool Breeze Podcast, where we keep it cool. I'm your host. What it do? So welcome to Cool Breeze Podcast, where we keep it cool. I am your host. What it do? And today we are back with another video. But before we get into any of that, stop exactly what you're doing and make sure that you subscribe right now. As you guys know, we are on the way to 200 subscribers, and since it's the first episode of section 2, let's get to 200 subscribers. So subscribe. And if you haven't subscribed yet, I'm gonna give y'all an extra 5 seconds to sit there and do that. Okay, also alright, cool, boom. Alright, you guys, so welcome to section 2, the solos. So as you guys see, it is me by myself, and section 2 is called the solos, where I keep it real, I get personal, and I tell y'all a little bit more about what Cool Breeze Podcast is. Now, if you haven't watched all of the episodes from section 1, stop this video right now and go do that. Now, before I talk anymore, y'all know, cheers. Okay, so let's get into it. Y'all gonna hear my chair crack. But section 2, the solos. Section 2 is the solos. I really just wanted to give you guys give you guys just some emotional, and give y'all something personal about myself, because I know that we've had I don't know how many episodes, and y'all really don't know Shanoa, because I really don't say my name like that. I don't know if y'all have realized, but I barely say my name on here. I don't know why, but yeah, but it's to get personal, to tell y'all what's really on my mind. And for those who know me for real, y'all know I got a lot to say. But I just wanted to, just come on here, give y'all the solos, because I know y'all probably thought, where's Cool Breeze Podcast? We ain't been keeping it cool. We're back, and we're back keeping it even cooler. Y'all thought we kept it cool, but we keep it cooler, okay? But anyways, let me not do too much. But we are back to keeping it cool with your host. But anyways, y'all, so this video, it should be nice, sweet, and cute. Hopefully, y'all know I love to talk, so we're gonna see how that goes. But the goal is to keep it short. I went on Instagram, asked a couple of questions about what y'all wanted to see from me, some personal things, or either some things that y'all just wanted my opinion or topic on Instagram. So if you're not already, make sure that you guys follow. I'm gonna put it right here. Follow us on Instagram at Cool Breeze Podcast, where we keep it cool. That ain't in there. But make sure that you guys follow us on our Instagram. We're almost at 200 followers too. Almost at 200 subscribers and 200 followers. Follow and subscribe, you guys. Follow, subscribe, follow, subscribe. Okay? Can't stress it enough. I'm trying to quit my job, okay? So y'all subscribe, okay? Okay. Anyways, but yeah, I had went on Instagram and asked you guys some stuff that you wanted to see from me, from Cool Breeze Podcast as a whole. So without further ado, let's get to keeping it cool. All right, so somebody had asked me the question of how do I deal with adversity, or when I feel like throwing in the towel, and really what's my drive in life. And all I can say is everything that I do is above me. Honestly and truthfully, it is from the greater good, the higher power of my God, my good God, because God is good all the time. And all the time God is good. Amen. But it's above me. Like, I literally just walk the path, and I expect a lot from myself, but I know I wouldn't get the vision without being able to obtain the vision. Because like they say, if you see it, you touch it, you obtain it. I see a lot of stuff, and and I'm starting to touch a lot of stuff, and before you know it, I'm obtaining all of it. And it's just without questioning, because I'm not going to say I'm not a very planning type person, but I'm a go with the flow type of person. If I'm not the type to stress over stuff if something doesn't work out. I'm like, oh, well, it won't meant to be. It is what it is. On to the next. Because I look at it, okay, God put this stepping stone right here because this wasn't good enough for me. So I'm going to put you over here, and it's going to be a lesson, a season, a blessing, whatever it is going to be. And then I'm going to elevate greater than what I even imagined. Because if you would have told me a year ago today that Cool Breeze Podcast would be this, I would have all of like the things that I have. I would tell you joking. But it's because I've seen it, I've touched it, and now I obtain it. You know, but I always get spiritual when people ask me what my drive is. I just give it to God, because honestly and truthfully, I would not be me, where I am, who I am without him. Honestly and truthfully. And there's no question, doubt about it in my mind. And you couldn't tell me otherwise, because I can do all things through Christ that strengthens me. And I got to tat it on my back for a reason. But another thing that's my drive, other than my creator, God, really, my biggest fear in life is to be a bum. Like some people's fear is death. Mine is to be a bum. Honestly and truthfully, like, I was born and was raised with a hustler's mentality. I know I was born, like, I was raised right. And it's just like my fear is to be a bum. So that is my driving force. And I also put so much on me. I put so much on my back. Like, I expect so much out of myself. If I was to tell y'all what I expect from me, y'all would be like, what? What? You said you want to do what? But I shoot for the stars, and I aim for the stars, and I shoot for the stars, and I aim for them. I ain't going no less, because it's just, I just have a drive to be successful in my own eyes and on my own life, and be happy, and just all the things that I've dreamed and talked about. I just want them to come to light. That's it. Another thing as well is just what keeps me motivated, what keeps me going. Similar to the last question almost. But my bad. For those of y'all who don't know, and if you don't know, if you don't know, now you know. But for those of y'all who don't know, Cool Breeze Podcast is my daddy, pretty much. For those of y'all who don't know, he died December 18th, 2022. And this podcast is him, is his legacy, it's him through me in a form and fashion of way. And yeah, it's Cool Breeze Podcast is not about me. Cool Breeze Podcast is above me. Cool Breeze Podcast is bigger than me. This podcast is not about me. It's not just, oh, this is something that I want to do. No. Cool Breeze Podcast is my baby, and it's bigger than me. And it's something that I don't think people really understand for real. This podcast is my father's legacy. It's him speaking through, talking to, changing lives through me. If you knew my father, you knew he was the life of the party, the person you could go to, the anything that you needed, he was that. And so I'm trying to provide y'all. Well, not even trying to provide y'all. I'm speaking that through me to y'all, which was led through him to me, to y'all. And I'm just I'm trying to make a difference, and I'm trying to make the change that he wanted to make, but just didn't have time to. So that's what Cool Breeze Podcast is. That's my motivation. My motivation is it's not me. It's because everything that me and my father talked about, he's not here to witness. So now it's personal. So I'm doing everything so that way he can see it. Even he sees it in the spirit world, he just doesn't see it in the personal world. But I'm going 10 times harder because he's not here to live on his legacy, but I am. And like they say, a person dies 2 times: when they originally die and when people stop saying their name. And as long as Cool Breeze Podcast is a thing, my father, he lives on as long. And Cool Breeze Podcast is going to be here for forever. So get used to me. So it's going to be on for a long time. And his name is going to live for a long time. Okay? So y'all might be tired of seeing me post 85,000 posts a day, but hey, it's not about me. This Cool Breeze Podcast is personal. It is above me. It's bigger than me. It is not about me. The purpose, the reason, the meaning behind this podcast. If you look at this, that is a father and a daughter. That when you look at Cool Breeze, my dad's favorite color, Carolina blue. My favorite color, red, Carolina blue. It's bigger than me. This whole podcast is him. The reason why everything is in all caps is because my father wrote in all caps. It is bigger than me. This podcast, it's bigger. When you look deep and when you know my father, you're like, oh, it makes sense. It makes sense. And for those who see that and know that and support that, I love you. I love you forever. But that's my motivation. That's what keeps me going. Even the times when I don't feel like shooting. I'm be honest with you. I didn't want to shoot this video. But that's just the devil being on me, because I ain't going to be able to quit my job if I don't post no videos. Okay. But that's the reason why I push Cool Breeze Podcast the way I do. And while we're here, let me push my other business, Slim and Tall. Make sure y'all follow Slim and Tall Clothing. It's going to be right here, coming very soon to you. But that's the reason why I go so hard, because it's not, it stopped being about me a long time ago. It's about carrying on what my daddy left in me, and what he didn't, and what the world wasn't able to see through my daddy, you're going to see through me. Because I am his junior. You know what they say about the first baby girls, the first daughter and the only daughter? I'm my daddy twin. Come on now. I'm 2.0. And fun fact, I was supposed to be born on his birthday, but I came 5 days early. Anyways, but yeah, that's one of the things. And then another thing is really what kicks in when I feel like throwing in the towel. I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. These last, I don't know, seasonal depression has been kicking. And seasonal depression has been here. And I have not been feeling like doing nothing. I work from home and don't even want to go to work. But the seasonal depression has been winning. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. We gonna keep it real because we keep it cool. But the main thing is that what keeps me going is I always think there's somebody whose life that's worse than mine. There's somebody who is praying to be in the position that I'm in currently. Like, when you think of that, you're like, dang. Like, I'm not saying that my problems ain't whatever they is, but why am I stressing about something that I can't control? And then on top, another thing, Y'all know my favorite saying. Don't let what you can't control you. I promise you. I might get angry for about 5, 10, 15, 20, 30, 45, 50 minutes. Maybe an hour. But if I can't control it, I let it be. Because honestly and truthfully, when I look back over my life, I sound like an old person, but when I look back over my life, all of my bad days I have gotten through, everything that has been thrown at me, and baby, God has been, he been throwing them too. But everything that's been thrown at me and through my whole life, I've gotten through it. Like who you know lose their father and create a whole podcast, or who you know. But it's like I never let what I went through determine who I am. It's just like, okay, yeah, that's just like, I'm not gonna say on my resume, but it's just in my history. It's in my story. It's in my storyline of my life. But I don't let it determine who I am. I don't wear what's happened to me on me. If you see me, my resting face is terrible. But if you say something, you know I'm a really nice person. I think I'm one of the coolest people and chillest people and that most down to earth person you could ever meet. Like, I'm so cool. That's why I keep it cool, because I'm so, y'all get it. I'm funny. Anyways, but yeah, it's just I don't let stuff stress me out for real. Honestly and truthfully, y'all can say I don't be caring, but if it's above my control, why am I finna be hooping and hollering and doing this, that, and the third? Once you done did all you can do, what you do? You just stand and throw your hands up and shake your head and say, Jesus! I'm sorry, y'all. Tyler Perry hopped through my head. But when you done did all you can do, you just what? Stand and raise your hands up and give it to God. And that's what I be doing. And that's why my life be, I ain't gonna say my life be easy, but I be living, I don't live carefree. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. But I be living, I'm not gonna say stress free either, but worry free. But yeah, okay, so that's, hold on. Matter of fact, while we're here, you guys, I just want to take this time and pause and tell you guys to subscribe to Cool Breeze Podcast, where we keep it cool. Stop what you doing. Subscribe right now. We're on the road to 200 subscribers. So subscribe right now. Now back to regular scheduled programming. Okay, y'all. So I'm trying to keep this video under 30 minutes. Let's see what time we at. We at 21. Okay, let's get it like 28. Okay, so I'm gonna talk for about 8 more minutes. Just bear with me, y'all. Bear with me, okay? But let's talk about society in 2023. Really not even society, but I'm gonna say the difference in society from, I say from when I grew up to the generation that's growing up now. Cause oh Jesus. But some generational curses that needs to be broken with this new current generation. Not even with this new current, but with this generation. With people, period. Is after your grandma or the great grandmas die, there's no more unity in the family. There's no more unity in families now. People don't get together no more after COVID. Nobody does anything. It's like you gotta beg people to see people. Nothing is unified. There's no culture. The village ain't what it used to be. It's not. And that's a problem. And I feel like that's another reason why, I feel like that might be a reason as to why the culture in the world is partially the way it is now, because there's no village. Back in the day, okay, your next door neighbor's kid was your kid. If you seen them out of line, you check them. Now it's like, oh, that ain't none of my business. And nowadays, you can't even talk to people out in public because you don't know what they finna do. You don't know what people are capable of in this day and age. And that's the problem. People need to get together and actually protect the community, especially with these hoodlums, these gang members as well. What happened back in the day? Children and old folk were off limits. There are more babies dying now than anything. Innocent bystanders. Everybody wants to shoot the next person, but nobody want to walk out in the middle of the street and get a good 30-second, 60-second song. When did that change? When was it that everybody stopped going to their grandma's house for holidays? When did people stop visiting family, calling frequently? Like, when did it stop? I know COVID has a great deal in it, but at the same time, we all can do better. And especially, I feel like everybody also can do better at checking in. But yeah, I just feel like we need to, the Black community needs to go back to unifying, to being a village, to actually speaking to your neighbor, knowing how they're doing. Like, I'm not saying people need to go back borrowing salt, sugar, toilet paper, but just are you doing okay? How's your health? Like, you get me? Like, it just disappeared off the face of this planet. But that's a generational curse. I'm not even gonna say that's a generational curse, but that's just something that I want to break. I want to bring back the unity. I want to bring back, because once you realize that life is short and that you may say, I'm gonna call somebody tomorrow, and they not there tomorrow to answer that phone. So it's like, I just losing two very important people in the past year of my life has made me realize that family is the most important thing. It's not about, like J. Cole said, it's as long as the people in your house love you dearly. It's not about how many people is in there. As long as the people around you love you dearly, that is all that matters. And in the last year, I have realized that I have been appreciative for every single person that is around me right now. Because it's not about quantity, it's about quality. And baby, my friend group is a triangle, okay? Octagon. Yeah, a square. But no, it really is a square though. Yeah, I got like 5 friends. But it's all about the quality. And if the quality outweighs the quantity, baby, you better take you some friends that's gonna sit there and ride to the wheels. And another thing, my drive is also, I want to leave an impact on this world. I want to leave an impact and an influence that people will remember. Because I heard this one quote. Y'all about to hear my chair squeak. But move that a little closer. I be talking real close up in this mic. I'm so sorry, y'all. I be realizing that. I'm trying to get better. But anyways, I seen this quote, And it pretty much, it has said, when you die, on your tombstone, they put the year that you was born and the year that you died. Well, the dates, the exact dates. And there's a dash in between them two. What do you want people to remember that dash of your life? And that stuck with me because I want that dash to be full of impactful influence. Just, I feel like my purpose is to help others, to give back, to make a difference, to impact, to influence, to just help. I want the dash in my life to be very impactful on people, on everybody that I have impacted, people that I have impacted. I just want my mark to be left when I leave this world. And I'm leaving a legacy, but in a statement. And I'm going to be in some form of history book. I'm gonna be in some books, okay? My name is Googleable already, but my grandchildren's grandchildren are gonna know that Shanoa Breeze created and started and did something very impactful. And that's what I want my legacy and stuff, and what I want my dash to represent. Y'all know I like to talk, so this video done ran just a tad bit too long. Not even too long, but I done talked just a little too long. But I would like to welcome and introduce you guys to section 2, the solos. Now, we got a lot more to uncover, to talk about, and a lot of stuff that I really want to dive deep into. But I just had to give y'all a little introduction. Just had to run my mouth just a little bit. Just a little something. And then when we come back to keeping it cool, we're going to keep it real cool. But before we go any further and before I talk anymore, stop this video and make sure that y'all subscribe. Subscribe. I'm trying to quit my job, so subscribe, okay? But I would like to thank y'all for tuning in to Cool Breeze Podcast, where we keep it cool. I am your host, What It Do, and I will see y'all next time. 2